This is Prime Crime Network.
A deadly fire in Paulding County leaves 3 children dead. Tonight, a woman is behind bars facing charges for the incident authorities call a domestic disturbance and house fire.
A small memorial is growing just down the driveway from this home. We're told several children jumped out of the second-story window to escape. And several neighbors told us that they are heartbroken and in shock that something like this could happen so close to home.
I just don't know who would do that to their kids.
While the investigation into a fire at this home on Woodwind Drive is ongoing, Paulding County residents are trying to process the tragic loss of 3 children who were inside at the time and died, allegedly, at the hands of the person who was supposed to protect them.
You just don't think things like that are going to happen.
Paulding County authorities say they received a call about the fire and a domestic disturbance at the home just after 9 o'clock Friday. They were told at the same time flames were growing inside the home. 40-year-old Darlene Brister was trying to stab the children.
I can't even imagine. I've got 8 kids, and I mean, kids get on your nerves and stuff like that, but you just don't do stuff. I mean, it's just the unimaginable situation.
Residents David and Robin Zerby recalled the chaotic scene just down the street from their home.
We thought they were searching for someone. We wish it was just searching for someone and not the news we found out this morning.
Another neighbor told Fox 5 they witnessed other residents trying to help some of the kids out of the home, while others jumped out of a second-story window.
I'm just glad they got out. For that woman to do that is just unbelievably selfish.
Yeah.
I mean, all she had to do is take the kids to a hospital, drop them off.
Fire crews got the flames under control and found the remaining children inside. 2 of them were dead at the scene, while medics rushed 3 others to the hospital to be treated for their injuries. But one of those children later died.
There's nothing about that made sense anywhere, anyhow.
No.
On Saturday, residents with heavy hearts stopped by the home that is now a crime scene, leaving flowers and toys by the mailbox.
What do you think that says about this community?
That they care, you know.
Neighbors say they have started a GoFundMe account to help with funeral costs, and their focus now is showing support for the family that lost everything. Brister is currently in custody without bond. We're told she's facing charges of malice murder, and there could be additional charges as the Paulding County Sheriff's Office continues its investigation. Her first appearance in court is scheduled for Monday at 9 a.m.
Prime Crime Network.
Exclusive. We have new details this noon in a heartbreaking story out of Paulding County. 3 children killed in a house fire. Police say their mother is responsible.
The hearing was a very quick one. Basically, the judge just wanted to make sure that she understands the charges she faces. Take a look. This was a judge before any bond is considered. Brister, she is 40 years old, and at the moment she faces 2 malice murder charges, but because a 3rd child of hers died, we're expecting another charge soon. She's accused of stabbing some of her children as her house was on fire, killing 3 of them and wounding 2 more. A memorial continues to grow outside the home in the western Paulding County community of Yorkville, where a scene unfolded Friday night that neighbors can't shake.
Speechless. I don't know what to say.
A neighbor across the street tells me he heard children screaming and saw 2 teenage sisters who said they had just jumped for their lives from a back window, one of them hurting her ankle in the process. Their siblings were still trapped inside with their house on fire as their mother, they told neighbors, was stabbing some of the children. Deputies tell us 7 children were at the home when it all started. When first responders arrived, they found 2 children dead, a 9-month-old and a 3-year-old who had multiple stab wounds. A 5-year-old later died at the hospital. Paramedics rushed 2 other children, ages 9 and 11, to the hospital. At least one was in critical condition. Authorities soon located the mother on the property and took her into custody. The father of the children was not home, deputies tell us. Neighbors and visitors in shock.
Passing by every day, a very nice, quiet neighborhood. You know, see kids playing outside.
We are learning that Darlene Brister will also likely face arson and child cruelty charges. She is requesting a public defender. We will keep you up to date with any new developments.
Now we're hearing from Brister's husband. He says his wife was suffering from depression.
What's going through my head is, it's so much, it's just so much.
Ricky Brister set to bury his 3 youngest children as his wife sits in jail, accused in their killings.
She was hurt. She lost it.
Brister says his wife was battling depression. He's focusing on moving past the horror and on the health of his 4 surviving children while trying to help find them a new home.
I'm a Christian man and I do have Christian values. My message is a message of compassion for everybody. There's nothing else that's going to help us get past this.
Of 3 children killed, according to Paulding County deputies, at the hands of their mother, says that he forgives his wife for their death.
Ricky Brister tells me that forgiveness actually starts the healing process. He says he's already forgiven his wife for what happened, and now he encourages the public to do the same.
I'm asking other people out there not to have a lot of hate towards her.
Do you feel like you can forgive her?
She was already forgiven.
It was raw compassion from a father who is experiencing the unimaginable. Deputies have accused his wife of 17 years, Darlene Brister, of stabbing many of the couple's 7 children during a domestic dispute Friday.
Nobody has the right to take a life. She didn't have it, and it's not our right to take hers. You know, everybody needs help.
Instead of condemnation, Ricky Brister has focused on forgiveness and compassion for his wife. He was not at home Friday night.
This moment can be a teaching moment and a loving moment for everybody. I still love her. That's not going to change. I was called to love her. The Bible says to death do its part.
The husband and father says it's time to focus on help and healing for both him and the children he has left.
How they can help me, I have a GoFundMe that's out there. I have a Cash App.
Her husband, Ricky, told me over the weekend his wife was battling mental health issues. And while he's grieving the loss of their children, he's still concerned about his wife and her well-being.
Do I love her? Yes. Do I forgive her? Yes. I'm going to still give her the love of Christ that any man should.
Ricky Brister tells me their 9-year-old son is still in the hospital, but he's expected to survive.
Mr. Brister says what he really needs now is a place for him and his surviving children to live.
A judge denying bond today for a Paulding County mother accused of killing 3 of her children and then setting the family's home ablaze.
Darlene Brister is facing charges of malice murder. And for the first time today, we're hearing 911 calls from neighbors as other children inside the home tried to escape that night.
They think that the mom had already killed the baby. From what I understand, the mom had killed the infant and was trying to kill the other children. They just jumped out the window, escaping in the chaos.
Neighbors immediately calling 911 after realizing something terrible was happening at this home on Woodwind Drive in Rockmart Friday night.
I can see flames coming from the front door, like their house is engulfed.
Brister faced a judge for the first time. In addition to malice murder, the district attorney says she's also facing charges of arson and cruelty to children. Ricky Brister tells me their 9-year-old son is still in the hospital, but he's expected to survive. Now, his wife is expected to be back in front of a judge on Wednesday to face additional charges.
Thank you for watching Prime Crime Network, your source for urban and suburban and around the world news. Hit the subscribe, like, and the notification bell. And check us out on PrimeCrimeNetwork.com.